When I ring the gong like that, it's either a pretty big sale or it's a name that we've all heard of, somebody out of Hollywood often. So what's this one?
Eric Blatchford's company, TerraPass, finds carbon credits from across North America and retails them to consumers, including the stars.
At the Oscars, we gave TerraPasses to Brad Pitt, to Tom Hanks, to Cameron Diaz, Nicole Kidman, a whole raft of A-list celebrities to get the word out. All of them, they got a TerraPass for £100,000 over the course, which is enough to offset a full year of Hollywood celebrity living. All the cars, the planes, the home energy use, and the partying too. You could hold that up like an Oscar, I guess, if you wanted to. It's the Oscar of, you know, balancing out your carbon footprint.
But it's just never that simple. Even the stars can't always buy their way to a greener world.
I think the stars were probably a little embarrassed when they heard that the TerraPass carbon offsetting they were getting was, you know, it was a utility company that was already sequestering methane, and they just started selling it off as trading. And I think when people heard that, yeah, they were a little embarrassed, but I mean, this is Hollywood. Bad press is, I mean, it's routine. Everybody gets bad press.
I really think it was part of the thing that kicked off the movement towards higher quality offsets here in North America.
This is not just a forest fire. This is climate change. Many people are unaware that locked away inside the world's plants and trees are enormous amounts of carbon dioxide.
Trees absorb about 20% of greenhouse gases from the air. So it's no wonder everyone wants to save or plant a tree.
My wife and I went on a vacation last winter on Air Canada, and I bought carbon credits offered by Air Canada online.
When Michael Sather clicked on the Air Canada button, he paid to plant a tree to offset the carbon emissions from his flight. Air Canada teams up with a company called Zero Footprint to plant trees for carbon offsets. This forest restoration project in Maple Ridge, British Columbia, plants young evergreens to replace alder trees in an attempt to speed up the natural process.
What happens is this, is in the very early stages of restoration, you actually release some carbon into the atmosphere. It's a small amount. And then in the first 5 years, very little carbon is sequestered. As the tree gets bigger, more and more carbon gets sequestered.
It just so happens that Michael Sather lives in the Maple Ridge area. And when he found out this was what he paid for, he was not a happy guy.
I'm not confident that these trees will be here in the long run, at least not a lot of them, because there's so much invasive blackberry here, and they will choke out a number of these seedlings.
And Michael wanted to buy an offset that helped immediately.
I don't think it makes carbon credits, certainly not in the shorter term, and we need carbon credits now.
If you're buying that kind of an offset, sort of future offset, to offset your flight to Toronto, you're not really doing much good, and I think it's not what you thought you were buying.
Like a green gold rush, there are now so many carbon offsets, carbon neutrals, and carbon credits for sale. It's hard to tell what's real and what's not, what's really green and what's kind of gray.
This is our carbon credit machine. It turns CO2 into real high-value products.
That would be chalk.
It's absolutely buyer beware. If you Google carbon credits, you're probably going to hit 200 hits of people who will sell you everything from soup to nuts. I've seen people planting trees in their backyard who will sell carbon.
Carbon cowboys are out there running around where there isn't a lot of regulation.
It makes me angry when I hear about projects that are unsubstantiated and that there are bad credits being generated from those, because it causes the whole commodity to be pulled into question.
It makes no difference what's written on a piece of paper.
Guidelines and regulations do exist, so it is possible to verify a legitimate carbon trade.
So every time someone takes a ton of carbon dioxide out of the air, that activity gets documented, it's audited by, just like a financial audit. It gets a serial number and it's put on a registry. The cowboys drop out over time, and more ethical, larger groups move in over time as the industry grows. But it's brand new. They've gone from